Hi guys, welcome back to my shack. Rav is in the shack. My name's Rav, and welcome to my YouTube channel, or the woodturning section of it anyway. We're reviewing a few tools which I've used over the last 10 years or so that I've been turning, giving you my views upon them, my thoughts. Are they worth the money? Aren't they worth the money? Do I use them a lot? Don't I use them a lot? Do they work well? Don't they work well? You know, such things as that. Going into a little bit more detail than the last tool review that I did. I kind of glanced over a few tools. So anyway, on this video we're going to be looking at hollowing tools. The first tool I'm going to show you is made by Robert Sorby, of whom I am a great fan, Robert Sorby and Henry Taylor. I would like to be able to get my hands hold of some of the tools that you're now getting in the US, excuse me, from such people as Doug Thompson. I would love to give his tools a try, but there's nowhere in the UK that sells them. If you do know Mr. Thompson, maybe could have a word with him and tell him that Rav would like him to have a look round, see if he could find a retailer in the UK for his tools. That would be smashing. Right, we'll get on anyway. This is basically Robert Sorby swan-necked hollower. This one's a small one. They do them in two sizes, large and small. This one's a small one. It's very handy for doing Christmas baubles. You know, very handy size. It ain't going to huff out loads of material, but it's very handy, you know, for doing small stuff, Christmas baubles, Christmas decorations, such things as that. Very handy little tool. Now here is the large version of it. When you get the tool, it comes with 3 different cutters. It comes with a, comes with a rounded ended cutter like this, if you can see that. It comes with a square-ended cutter, which is very, very aggressive at material removal, by the way. You have to be very careful when you're using that. I generally just use the round-ended cutter. But it also comes with a round scraper blade as well, which is very good. When you've finished hollowing out your vase or whatever, you can put this onto the tool and even out all the ridges inside the vase, and it works really well. Up until a few years ago, these were my main hollowing tools, and in fact for some jobs they still are, but I have progressed on to a little bit better ones. But they're very, very good, very efficient at what they do. The cutters are easily sharpened. You can buy them. They're not very expensive to buy replacement cutters, and they do last a long time. They take a lot of sharpenings. They're really, really good tool. But they also sell another tool which for me is a little bit more usable. It hasn't got the swan neck like that one we've just been looking at, but this is it. As I said, Robert Sorby again. Very, very useful tool. This uses the same cutters as the swan-necked variant, but of course it has got a straight shank. It's actually flat on the bottom, so it keeps it nice and stable on the tool rest, but still leaves plenty of meat there, so it's not gonna flex. Very, very useful tool. I've used these for loads of different jobs. These come in for jobs that you would never think that they would be useful in. I would recommend anybody to get one of these tools. They do them in two sizes like the Swan Necks. They do this is the large one, and they do a small one. Personally, I would go with the large one. If you're only looking to buy one of them, go with the large one. And then maybe at a later date get the smaller one. The smaller one obviously can fit into tighter spaces and whatnot, but I find myself 9 times out of 10 it's the larger one that I use. Very good tools, well made, easy to use with them having a nice flat bottom, but you can't go that deep. You're only looking at about 4 inch of depth. But Robert Sorby also make this thing. If you do have one of Robert Sorby's handles, you know the let me show you one. If you do have one of these type of handles that Robert Sorby makes, they do make this version of that cutter that I just showed you. Here it is, and as you can see it's substantially longer, it's almost twice the length. This thing is just brilliant. It's got a it is milled flat underneath, but it's not half the thickness, if you know what I mean. If you look, you can still see it's a substantial piece of metal, so you don't, even though it's so long and you can put it way over the tool rest, you're not going to get that vibration and fluttering and jittering. Very handy tool. You know, if you're doing a very deep vase, well, this thing will reach right down into the bottom of it. Very handy tool. I will end this video here. I'll just put these back, if you'll just excuse me. I will end this video here, guys, because there's a few more hollowers I want to show you that I probably won't be able to fit in because I've been waffling too much again. But this particular hollower, very, very handy tool. It can be used for so many different jobs. It's a really very, you know, really you need one of these. They're brilliant, they really are. So easy to sharpen, all you need is a slipstone. Brilliant tool, guys, highly recommend them. Right guys, as I said, I'll end it here, and the next video we'll carry on with some other hollowers that I want to show you. Catch you in a minute, guys. Well, on the next video. Take care now, bye bye.